This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by the law offices of Tunnell and Raysor.
For most of us, figuring out the legal process can feel every kind of overwhelming. Whether you need an attorney for a real estate matter, a car accident, or any other area, it's not always easy to know how to proceed. Delmarva Life's Katie Zerilli sat down with Kelly Dunn-Geloff of Tunnell and Raysor, who says you don't have to be anxious about hiring an attorney.
Navigating any type of legal process can be nerve-wracking. Kelly Dunn-Geloff knows that, and that's why she and other attorneys at Tunnell and Raysor are here to help.
Most people do not enjoy the litigation aspect of being represented by an attorney, and it remains something that is out of your control for the most part, which is what I find gives people the most anxiety. They don't know what to expect.
What clients are in control of, however, is being prepared for a meeting with an attorney. She says the items folks need to have in their possession depends on the practice area. For instance, in a real estate matter,
you want to make sure that the attorney has the contract, and if you think that there are things that either aren't in the contract or you want to make sure are in the contract, you want to have notes on that to be able to talk with your attorney to say, hey, this is what we had as our agreement. Can you take a look at this document and make sure this is what it says?
If someone's seeking an attorney after being involved in a motor vehicle accident, that document list is a little longer.
It's helpful for them to come to the attorney with the driver exchange form, their own insurance information, a list of any witnesses if they know of any, because not all the time do they have witnesses on the police report. Oftentimes the police report is not available right away, so you may not have the police report to be able to bring to your attorney, but you're going to want to have the case identification number so that your attorney can go ahead and get that police report so that they can have it for themselves and share a copy with you. And you're going to want to have any photos that you may have taken of both the property damage and of your injuries.
She also suggests bringing any treatment notes, receipts, and information on lost wages if there was personal injury and treatment.
Do not get overwhelmed by that list of information, however, because whatever you have, my motto is something is better than nothing.
Folks do, however, have to take time seriously, and that goes for all practice areas.
Think of it as time is of the essence, meaning that it is really important to get an attorney involved in your matter as soon as possible, because they are trained in being able to assist you through whatever process you are going through. Oftentimes, it's a stressful situation, and when you need an attorney, it's normally because you're not able to handle it on your own. You need legal counsel to assist you. An attorney can do so much better for you if they have the information at the beginning of the process versus the middle or the end of the process, because then sometimes it causes some backtracking and you're going to potentially have done something in your case or said or done something that an attorney would not have suggested being done.
Trust the attorneys to know the individual timelines, too.
Every practice area does have its own set of deadlines, or whatever the process is within that particular practice area has its own deadlines that the regular layperson may not realize what those deadlines are, or they think they know what they are. But I can tell you, I've had people come to me that have done their research online and think that a statute of limitations is X or Y, and they've come to me either right before or unfortunately after what they thought was a statute of limitations deadline because they looked online. I will look online with them and see, you're right, you looked at this website or this page that says that. Unfortunately, it's wrong. And it wasn't something that was put together by a Delaware attorney.
Kelly says a big concern about the process for a lot of people is going to court. And in many cases, that doesn't actually happen.
The processes that typically work out is, number one, the case can be resolved without having to even file suit. You can have a mediation or an arbitration or some other alternate dispute resolution process. That's what a mediation or an arbitration is, that oftentimes does resolve your case, and that is short of going to a full-blown jury trial or a bench trial. It would be with just a judge. That's where a lot of the cases are being resolved these days. It is a lot less stressful on the parties involved, all parties involved. It typically costs a lot less money because it's a little bit less formal and you don't have to pay to have your experts right there at the arbitration or the mediation. And they're typically done within hours instead of days.
She says as an attorney, her number one priority through the entire process is helping clients make the most informed decisions possible.
Tunnell and Raysor has a number of experienced attorneys. If you'd like more information about these individuals and their practice areas, you can find a link to their website on delmarvalife.com.